big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. It's a squibber picked up around the 27. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. First down, Murray. Steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw, it's Murray. Flush to his right.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Robert Alford. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Now this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Murray trying again after the pick six. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
He'll get that out wide to Duvernay.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
To throw is Fields.
Smith catches left side. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
They snap it to Fields.
And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play that time on the catch and run. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Murray. Dancing to his left. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Anthony Schwartz.
43 yards. And the Browns are back within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down, it caused every...
There he goes, right side, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Steelers 21, Browns 7.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let's get off the field. Slam.
Murray now on 1st down. Being chased out left.
And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Murray.
Open man here, Schwartz, complete.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 20-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time.
Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first, and it'll bring up third down now. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Joe Mixon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun now for Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kyler Murray, 15 yards. And the Browns get a score closer.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Off play action, Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Browns are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. Buying time to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Steelers will take over possession here up at the 44.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This goes out wide from Mixon.
A solid stiff arm. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. Mixon with a first down carry. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, one play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Murray now on first down. Forced out to his left. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And he'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Murray, he'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown.
Anthony Schwartz
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
Kevin Stefanski going to leave the offense out to go for 2.
It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
42 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Chubb will get the call running left. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. And, it'll be intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Browns are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They come in off a touchdown drive. The last time they had the ball, that cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that stand up and getting the ball right back, momentum may be shifting in their favor.
Throwing on first down is Murray. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. It's so easy to focus on the speed and elusiveness of Kyler Murray, but as he shows right there, don't sleep on the arm strength.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
From just shy of midfield, Fields. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They'll run with Chubb. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The kick by Carlson is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Joe Mixon
as the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Here's Robinson. And he'll get to the 30-yard line before going out of bounds. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining.
Murray now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
And that looked almost to be a case of, quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
A final shot before half from Murray. Flushed out right. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Murray. Flush to his right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray steps away.
Got an open man. It's Schwartz.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41. Play fake. Murray rolling to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They run it again with Kamara. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. To throw, it's Murray. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 89 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Play action. It's Fields. Deep ball for Goodwin. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Marquise Goodwin. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Rolling to his right. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Switch.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
Alvin Kamara
with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Browns are back within a score.
They'll turn to Kamara.
He will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
They snap it to Fields.
He'll buy some time right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
On 4th down, Fields.
Dancing to his left. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, 65 yards.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive was very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here's Murray from midfield. Escaping the pressure right. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Now that's a dangerous throw right there. Moving off to his right, throwing it all the way back across field to his left. I know he had a lot of confidence in his arm. Sometimes the ball can just hang up there when it goes that distance. He was fortunate it was just incomplete.
Out of the gun, here's Murray.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Now Murray's got to have this one. Eluding the pressure right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. They'll look to throw. Incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
2nd down and 7.
They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. They have not seen that much today. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Fields.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields.
He's got Smith here. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. From the gun, here's Fields. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. What a chance they just took. A huge chance. They go for it on 4th down, wind up getting the first.
Go ahead and admit it. You thought it was a bad call, didn't you?
I did, yes.
I think any normal person did. How about him picking it up? Give him credit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They'll try again with Chubb. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. They'll give it to Chubb. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Steelers could be on their way to a 5-2 start as they add on to their lead.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get up.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by the rookie Eric Stokes. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
On play action, Fields.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here's Fields.
That's to his running back, complete. And now look at this, big gain, but a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery, but on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. That one looks like he'll throw here.
This goes out wide from Nixon.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Back to throw, Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Goodwin. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
That's caught. And again, it's Goodwin.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Off play action, Fields.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here's Fields. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Browns are right back in this football game.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Steelers, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, the perfect season was apparently not meant to be as they drop to 7-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.